reggae and jazz African traditional songs.
And just like that, tonight, Treesha. Treesha, tonight, Treesha, hamtamweza. Treesha, welcome to Morning Vibes. Welcome to Morning Vibes. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Us guys are fun.
Actually, I'm not even going to ask. I know you guys are good because I feel the vibe.
Yeah, man. We're so excited to have you here, man, this morning.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here as always. Thank you for having me.
What time is it? Where you are?
It is 7:30.
7:30 in the morning. And tunapenda unajituma kwa sababu muziki you know, let me ask you a question. What time of the day do you like recording? Nimwambia kuna artists wenye upenda kutransnate. Usiku yote anapenda kuwa kwa studio. Lakini kuna wale ambao wanasema best practice unaamka sale vocals bado ziko fresh ndio unaenda kwa studio.
Fresh, exactly.
Wewe unapendanga saa ngapi?
It depends, it depends on when the universe brings those vibes, the recording vibes. So it could be, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the day, or 9 o'clock in the night, or it's rarely 3 a.m.s for me, but it could be, and if I'm not recording, then probably I'm listening or vibing to some beat or maybe writing something. It could also be that late. So
All right. Now, Riley has just given a small bio about who you are, and I know your listeners are really excited to hear from you, Treesha, and this brand new song. But before we get into the song, and I've interviewed you, I think twice. This is the third time we're speaking.
Yes.
You spoke in your bio. It says that you were influenced musically by your dad,
John Ben Maura.
Yes.
Was he a musician?
Yes. He was actually in the Navy, and he played guitar. But my dad when I was 6 years old. So I did not really get to experience that, but I felt like that was a piece of him that he left behind with me, and I felt the responsibility to carry that.
All right. So, Treesha definitely inspired by her dad. You know what? We're going to play one song, and which is probably my favorite Treesha tune. In case you haven't had it, take a listen. 25 minutes to 9 a.m. And she did a rendition of Angel of Mine. And guys, sikia sauti. Hii alirekoda asubuhi.
This is the Modern Vibes on Vibes Radio.
Same old song. Treesha si demo kuambiwa sorry mara 6. Mara moja ametosheka. Treesha, ni ukweli ama uongo?
Let me see. It's in between. You know why? Because the thing is, I'm saying I'm always hearing the same old song, right? That means I'm kind of giving you chances. You know? Although I don't like it, yes, I'm tired of hearing that same old song. So I'm basically telling you that's the end. But I'm that type of person. So one time and then, hey, okay,
enough.
Let's see. And then next time, then enough is enough. It's like, no, stop.
Alafu, sasa venye umemwambia bye because you can't take it. Ni kuoga na kurudi soko ama Treesha, I know the reason I'm asking you that. Upper Kenya, I don't know the last. Well, actually, when was the last time you were in Nairobi?
20. I think Riley can tell me when was I there last? Because we were
2019. 2019, 2018.
Exactly,
Yeah.
2019, 2020, exactly. That's true.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
and
big up yourself, Riley.
Big up yourself, Treesha.
Treesha, you need to come back to the 254.
I know, right?
Yeah. One of the big conversations currently happening Upper Kenya ni supporting Kenyan music. It's a big conversation. We have, Nairobi is the hub for international performances. And it's Kenya. Yeah. In fact, let me not say Kenya. Recently, we had an international artist perform in Meru, right? Actually hosted that event.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Deep in the heart of Meru. And so you have Kenyans who are, in different quarters saying, apana, we need to give in more support to Kenyan artists. You're a Kenyan artist. Do you feel like you get the right amount of love from the 254?
Let me just say yes and no, because I know that there's DJs who are supporting, and presenters, for example, like you,
Yeah.
right? There's a lot. I don't have many names because people will be like, hey, and me, you know?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of support I know that's coming, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's put in the forefront like the way, for example, you see the way Nigerians are with the artists, because they put the music in the forefront. If it's international artists coming to perform, they are actually opening for the local artists. And I feel like this is also another. We need to continue having this topic, because I don't feel like Kenyans support their own, and I feel like it's also a mix of, we don't believe in our artists. We don't believe that they're in the same level as those big artists out there, because there's so many talented artists doing a lot of stuff in Kenya right now.
Yeah.
And of course also abroad. But they're not supported. They're not put in the forefront.
Yeah.
No one's talking about it. It's like, one day, she came up with this tune and that tune, nice. But it's not like, wow, that is an achievement. It's like, how much work it took to do that. Yeah. Even, for example, how much I put into my work. I record my own music. Well, 90% of the time, and I help mixing my music.
Yeah.
Even if it's talking to artists and I do a lot. I'm like really hands-on in everything that I do. So when it does not go acknowledged, the thing that's also going to happen at the end of the day is that artists are just going to get pissed off and just start looking outside. Yeah. And that shouldn't happen.
And it's interesting you mentioned that, Treesha. You've done international collabos. You work at you're very professional in how you unaka your music out. But you have people sitting here saying, "Oh, Kenyan music is not dope." And we give examples of, especially in the reggae scene, in the reggae and dancehall scene. I can mention a whole lot of people who are doing amazing.
Yes.
But you will I will never see these names on the stages. And right now, for example, I've probably hosted like maybe 30 concerts this year, right? I have not seen a big reggae, some of the big names in reggae on that stage. Why do you think that is?
No, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to figure out myself, because it's like, why aren't we putting them up? At least, why aren't we giving them, even if it's a slot at, 2 o'clock, give them that platform so that, we as ourselves can be like, look, we also have that talent. Let's support that talent. You never know who's going to see that talent and be like, okay, let me invest in that. We need to at least open up that. But that's exactly what I'm saying, is because I feel like Kenyans do not appreciate or see the worth. And that's the thing. It's in a general thing in life. If you don't love yourself, how do you expect people to love you? And I feel like that's the same thing. We don't appreciate our music. We don't think that it's great or that it has potential. And that's why we don't invest in this. It's just as simple as that. And I think that for example, like when I was at Rebel Salute, one of the promoters there asked me, he's like, okay, when I saw at the live chat, I saw, what's his name, from Uganda. What's his name again? Bobby Wine.
Bobby Wine.
And in the chat room, there was just Uganda, you just flag. And they were asking me, they're like, so how come the Kenyans were not, I know there's some Kenyans online, but how come they're not, maybe one or two were supporting. How come they don't support you? And I was like, I do not know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It comes to the same thing, you start thinking, okay, is it hate? Is it, what is it,
Yeah. And these are the questions that we're asking. And it's interesting that you say, Ati, if you don't love yourself, how do you expect other people to love you? This has been the big concern. Because Kenya tukona international artists. We are just about to drop you a brand new single, Bugle and Treesha. And but Treesha, I also have this question, right? So in terms of love, right? We give everybody love, right? If it's a Nigerian coming through, if it's a South African coming through, Jamaican coming through. I've mentioned some of the big countries. Before that, we used to have American artists who used to show up, right? And we show them love. You tell me where a Kenyan has performed in America, right? And I'm not talking about for Kenyans, for Americans, right? Reciprocity with the love. Where have you seen a Kenyan going to perform in Jamaica? Right?
Well, for example, me, I have been there. So that's one. There's that. But for example, I know what you mean. Where it's not happening, but I don't think it's. I see where you're going. But I don't think it's because they are not looking or inviting. It's because we are not presenting ourselves as that people that has that talent, like, here, book me. I'm here.
Yeah.
Can you hear my music? And I saw this one interview. I think it was Akon talking about some artist. It's called TJ Money.
Yeah.
And he's newly signed to him. That's how I know about him. And we're actually talking about doing a song together. And he was talking about why Akon gravitated to him is because T-Money came to the States. The first thing he did is go to the studio. And he's like, no, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to become... He was just throwing himself... The fact that he has talent is one thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that he had that... it's not rudeness, but I can't even describe what it is. It's like just that zeal to work, and they're very, like he said, as Akon said, they're very upfront and they don't give F you, the rest of the words.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just there,
Yeah.
And we as Kenyans also need to do the same thing. We need to be proud of ourselves and be proud of what we have and just show the world. So, and then people, like I said, it's all about love. If you do not love yourself, if you don't appreciate yourself, who the hell is going to see what you have? Who's going to appreciate what you have? What's the reason? Why should they love it? Why should they appreciate you when you've given them nothing to offer? You've just shown yourself as, I'm just here.
Yeah, I love that. Preach, sister. Right now, we want to drop this brand new single, Treesha featuring Bugle. Now, I'm going to give the listeners a chance to listen to it, and then they can appreciate you. Give us some feedback. Sawa? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a brand new single, courtesy of Treesha. Mapema asubuhi amesema she has to listen to it with us. Inaitwa Wonders, featuring Bugle.
Rebels and reggae heads, start your day the MVP way. Where you are the MVP, no negative vibes.